some platforms at this station have no or only partial tactile paving on the platform edge. Once the train arrives, please mind the step from the platform onto the train.
Hello Rachel, very good evening to you. It's it's just past 6 o'clock. Apologies, I was just getting myself a coffee organised and ready for go for a couple of hours on Great Western Express Remaster. So an unusual time for me, I know, Friday evening, but I thought we'd give it a go, seeing as though it's all ready and available for everybody to use now. So straight away, see Paddington looks magnificent. And as ever, let's start with the titles. Well, there we go. Well, typical, of course, as I played the titles, the HST left the station, but that's how it goes. Good evening to Seb as well. Hope you are well. And, well, you can see straight away we've got a busy old scene. We will restart the game and have a quick look shortly. I mean, the station itself is not massively different, but, of course, the familiar sight of the famous clock on platform 1, and I think this is where the Paddington Bear should be in real life, but of course they, for licensing reasons, they weren't able to do that. I think in real life too there's some sort of war memorial as well along here. But that isn't included on there. We'll just go out towards the platforms, or sort of outside a little bit. We will go in daylight when we actually run a train in, but just thought it'd be nice to have a look at it. As it were, this is how it would be at this time of the night. So we've got a HST just leaving. We've got a district line train arriving. Is it district line on this section? So straight away you can see it's pretty busy. Good evening, Pete. Evening, fellow locomotive geeks. Yes, indeed. Yeah, hope you are well. So you might have seen an absolute ton load of videos already about this Great Western Express Remaster, because of course it was available earlier on, and also there was a load of ambassador videos available as well. So I think the station is basically as it was, which is you know, no bad thing in itself. We've got the branding patch installed here, so we have got the first Great Western livery as well. Somebody put a mod up earlier on. Amazing what can be done on Trades and Community. Another HST just arriving.
The train at platform 3 is the 18.
Oh, good evening, GRE 2057.
London Paddington. London Paddington only. Will passengers intending to travel on this service please join the train now, as it is ready to leave. Platform 3 for the 1808 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, which is ready to leave. The train at platform 3 is the 1808 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at London Paddington only. Will passengers intending to travel
Well,
on the
they
service
have said,
please join the train
DTG,
now,
that
as it is ready to leave.
announcement
Platform 3 for the 1808
with the terminating
Great
thing
Western Railway
is going to be
service
fixed
to
dead soon, I believe. So that will be quite nice.
Platform 13 is the 1812 Great Western Railway service to Henley on Thames.
Ah, that's better.
Calling at Slough, Maidenhead, Twyford, Wargrave, Shiplake, and Henley on Thames. Will passengers intending to travel on this service please join the train now, as it is ready to leave. Platform 13 for the 1812 Great Western Railway service to Henley on Thames, which is ready to leave.
Well, that's good at least. So some of the departing trains is right. I've only installed one of them, I think. I think we've got the class 166 with the first Great Western, and so I've only installed one of them so far. But yeah, it's amazing how quickly people get them done. Oh, I've got something coming in as well. Yeah, so that's going to Oxford in about 7 minutes. I think this is the Henley on Thames one. Now we've got the train going off. That'll be to Hammersmith, won't it, I think, from here. Good evening, Dominic. Hope you're well. You're off to the cinema tonight. Played on this earlier. It's so good with how busy it is. Great to see. Excellent, Rachel. Yeah, that's good to know. But yeah, straight away, I mean, you just see how busy the timetable is. Let's just have a quick look at the menu, and then we'll kind of close the game down again and start driving. I always like to do that, just so as we're not worrying about it dumping halfway through the run, hopefully anyway. Hope you're doing well on this Friday evening. It's very, very, very cold here. So this is... So I think the Diesel Legends has had a bit of a slight makeover as well with the stock. I don't know exactly what's involved with that, but it works well with it. So you've got plenty of, obviously, HST services, as you would expect. Plenty of 166s, 165s. The 350s are standing in for the 360s, doing the services between London Paddington and Hayes and Harlington. You've got all sorts of stuff, and of course the very short journey from London Paddington to Westbourne Park, so about 5 minutes each way, but at least we've got a tiny bit of the line in. It'd be lovely if it went all the way to Hammersmith. Seb says, I'll try to install the last 484, but I can't because it's annoying. It says you need to own the DLC, but it says Isle of Wight is not required to play this add-on. Why does it say the following needs. Oh, I'm not sure about that. But if you've got the Isle of Wight, then surely you've got the you've got to have the 484. You've got to have the Isle of Wight to own the 484, haven't you? I would have thought. Did a HSC run to Paddington on the new 2017 timetable? Notice an 802 lurking of the signings at North Pole. Ready, but the OHLE isn't complete. But it was in real life. Yeah, it's so nice to see other remasters being done as well. Maybe this is a thing for the future, but great to see old roots getting love. Yeah, definitely right. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just quit the game and then start, and then we'll actually do some driving. But yeah, pretty sure, Seb, that if you've got the 484, surely you must have the Isle of Wight. I can't see how you can get it to work otherwise. I know the 802 is represented on testing runs, isn't it? So it's not meant to be like a full timetable. And I just wonder how long as well the East Coastway is going to be in terms of releasing the... Actually, I've just thought better start the game. Oh, where are we now? I've got the game. I can hear the music. Oh, there we are. Because I know the German one, the Munich Aschen route. They're doing a preview on there, I think, next week, or it might even be this. No, it'll be next week, won't it? But that kind of suggests, hopefully, that the East Coastway isn't going to be too far off. Ah, good evening, Azza. I. Or should that be AAA? Happy Great Western Express Day. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, bearing in mind we've been waiting for this for about a year and a half, then it's finally out. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, he's I'm not 100% sure he's not still part of DTG, but he certainly set himself up as Grump. Oh, crumbs! Brain's gone now. Grumpy Dog, Grump Dog Games, and I think that's basically his own company, so that he can produce. He's producing the that Farewell HST pack as well. Right, okie dokie. So what shall we? What shall we start with? Shall we do it? Shall we start off with that short bit of 5-minute thing with the 484 for a bit of fun? Let's go. Doesn't really matter, does it? And I guess what we'd better do is take it the other way as well. So Paddington to Westbourne Park. The champions are in the chat. Yeah, absolutely right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Dominic and Rachel. Right, so we're back in the daytime now, and we're going to be taking this out to Westbourne Park. So it's only 5 minutes, but I mean they're a tad loud, the sounds on this, but it is pretty good. Oh, I know, it's amazing what the community does, as it really is. And, you know, it happens within minutes, really. People are so switched on with these things. Good evening, Jasper. Hope you're well too. What are we on? No, I think that's as bright as we go, isn't it? Right, lock the doors. You run a freight, there is a 60 after haze and a 50 before Slough. Not shown on the hood on the down relief. Ah, okay. Right. Wow. I will take note. Well, that's a bit high, isn't it? I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Yeah, it's right down over there, isn't it? Just swoop down. But yeah, it's great to see so many trains instantly coming out in and out of the station. It says turn the safety systems on, but we're driving the tube, aren't we? So it's not actually necessary, really. Here we are at Royal Oak. Let's see if we can find. Get our camera down a bit. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'll say on Thomas the Tank, and you know, I mean, I'm not going to be buying it, but there is going to be interest. And I think we did say before when they released it as an add-on for the West Somerset Railway, we said it really should be a standalone game. It shouldn't be part of Train Sim World in any way, shape or form. So I guess at least that's what they've done, and they've kept keeping it separate. That's more like it. Oh, you can see that HST queuing up to get into Paddington Station. I love that. I think they had to open up this section here, apparently. Right, so there's a lot more going on the Legends timetable as well, is there? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we've been crying out for, really, that Thomas the Tank Engine is just not going to be part of TSW, and I think that's, at least they've achieved that anyway. So it's just a massive shame that this is kind of the end of the journey, isn't it? I mean, it's lovely to have this little bit of a section of the line going out to Hammersmith, but I don't know. You always want more, don't you? I think it doesn't matter what comes out with it. It would be nice to just get a bit more. That's a nice touch though as well. And okay, I'm way short of it, but I like that. You've got the S7 markers in. Okay, we haven't got the F stock in the game. How far round does the track actually carry on to? Yeah, I think it has been mentioned loads of times, hasn't it, about the possibility of another tube route. So that's the west way, isn't it? I tell you what, how far out does this track actually go on for? Okay, obviously the scenery's thinning out a bit now, but it does carry on quite a bit. Well, isn't that the idea? I mean, I've not looked at it, but isn't that the idea that the new game is going to go to the Isle of Soda? I don't know. I mean, I certainly grew up reading them as well. Goes on a fair bit, doesn't it? Be lovely if they could just finish it off and complete the track through to Hammersmith. So, shall we just do a quick one back the other way, just for good measure? I mean, one of my favourite routes on Train Sim Classic is the Met Line. It's always interesting to do. Where are we now then? Right, so we need to go the other way, don't we? 1304, let's do that one. Yeah, that is true actually, isn't it? They do have an excellent relationship with TfL, so you would kind of hope that they're interested in getting that done. Yeah, very much so, and I'm sure Amaze Taser said that I think he was interested in whether Just Trains were going to do Hammersmith or not. Hammersmith, we're going to do the Met Line or not, and I think basically they've kind of said no, we're not interested in doing it. Yeah, district lines. It's kind of district line or Met Line, really, isn't it? And those are the kind of where it's at, because you've kind of got those very interesting stations, sort of even in the tunnels. It's not like completely all tube orientated. That cut and cover is really interesting. I like that. The only reason to go to the Hammersmith for anyone with a modicum of sense is to a really good gig at the Odeon. Well, there you go. Yeah, I think probably, you know, if they did the district line, they're not likely to do the whole lot. Of course, we do have the Circle line on the that Subway Sim 3, which is pretty good. But it's interesting, you have a section where you do actually go alongside the main lines, and I can remember this well, but it's kind of nothing like this, nothing like as busy as this is. All right, yeah. Enjoy your night out, Dominic. Yeah, see you Sunday. Got lost at Hammersmith bus station for ages. So, I don't know what next. Shall we do a 165, 166 or something, and then maybe move on to the HST? Here it is. It does give you the taste, though, doesn't it, for it? And that's the thing, though. Just, I mean, there's a few stops as well to get to Hammersmith, but it would have been a nice little branch to have included. Yeah, definitely. And there's interesting parts as well with the district line. You know, you've got the branch out to Wimbledon, haven't you? And where does it go else? So you've got Upminster, you've got Ealing Broadway. Is it Ealing Broadway? Yeah, Ealing Broadway. Yeah, definitely right. I mean, there was no way that for this as a free remaster that they were ever gonna, you know, do a massive amount more, I guess. And the great thing is, you know, this isn't just for PC users. This is completely available for everybody, which is fantastic. I mean, eventually we'd like it to join up with Exeter, but I mean that's a big shout because it's a long way, isn't it? So I mean, at some point we've got to have Bristol Temple Meads in the game as well. Good evening, Lee. Hope you're well. We've got the stock car markers here as well. Yeah, there they are, a bit further up, aren't they? Bit too it'd be nice to think, well, you've got the stock car markers in for the S7 now. We just need the S7 to go with it, I guess.
The train at platform 14 is the 1312 Great Western Railway service to Reading, calling at Ealing Broadway, Southall, Pace, West Drayton, Slough, Burnham, Taplow, Maidenhead, Twyford and Reading. With passengers intending to travel the service, please join the train now.
there we go. So that's a little look at that, at the 484. So I think we'll do a 165, 166 thing now. Not a full one, Paddington to Reading, but we'll do one of the shorter ones, the Greenford service, I think it is, isn't it, into Paddington, and then we'll perhaps try something a bit longer. But yeah, definitely Plymouth to St Austell. I mean, ultimately, you kind of, it's like all these routes really, but you want to see the whole of the Great Western Main Line done from sort of Paddington through to Penzance. I'll just do the usual thing, load the game up, so very quick quick advert whilst we're doing that. Yeah, it'd have to connect with somewhere, wouldn't it? Bristol, Temple Meads. I mean, I think we said before, Bristol, Temple Meads to Exeter's a little bit on the boring side. But if it could kind of connect up the other way, but it's probably a long stretch to get it Bristol, Temple Meads to Reading, then that would be pretty decent in its own right. Even Bristol, Temple Meads to Cardiff in some ways would have some interest, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. So what I tend to do is when I'm kind of like reloading the game up, then I can just slip in an advert there. It's sort of I can put them in when I want rather than it being right in the middle of the run. That's the idea. And that's what I've been doing over the last few weeks. Good evening, Sam. Hope you're well. Yeah, Plymouth out to St Austell. Again, it's just trying to get something that's interconnecting, isn't it? And just not doing isolated bits of routes, which has been the fault of DTG for a very long time. So the 3 cars are the longer services, aren't they? So I think we need to do the 2 car, don't we? A 165. Actually, I'll tell you what. Have we got one? Yeah, well, we'll do it in the first Great Western livery. So we'll do Greenford into London Paddington. Yes, that's true. Yeah, I always forget is it Westbury, is it? Something like that, isn't it? But a lot of the mainline services actually don't go, if it's sort of Paddington to Penzance, it wouldn't actually go to Bristol Temple Meads, would it? Although there is a kind of a dedicated express service out to Bristol as well, isn't there? You've got to have it at some point though, haven't you, really? I mean, it's such a iconic station, Bristol Temple Meads. So we're doing West Ealing to Paddington. Ages since I've driven this unit as well. So I think the sounds have been improved, haven't they? Because it was really, really quiet originally. Right, we'll try unlocking the right doors, I think. Probably be better. Tell you what, there's no issues on frame rate with this route, is there? Even with the remaster, it feels really, really smooth. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? But it's kind of a bit weird in real life how they haven't electrified the bit out to Bristol Temple Meads, but it carries on to Cardiff, doesn't it, with the electrified services. Yeah, it's very much your neck of the woods as well, really, isn't it, Pete? You know a lot about that area. But I mean, here straight away you can kind of see the difference of the lighting and the overall shrubbery. It just looks a lot nicer. I mean, it looked a little bit bare, didn't it, the original route? I think it might be the 40. Oh, good evening, Hornby man. I think it might be partly as a standby in case the steam engine fails, but it might be to provide heating as well for the carriages. Good evening, Andrew. Hope you're well. Yeah, definitely right. Yeah, we should be instructing what they need to build next. Yeah, I guess that the incentive to do it, or the need to do it, is just not there now that we have the bi-mode trains. I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? Here we go, Ely Broadway, so a little bit more London Underground action.
Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. The next station is Acton Main Line.
Slough, Maidenhead, Twyford, Reading, Tilehurst, Pangbourne, Goring and Streatley, Chelsea, Didcot Parkway, and Oxford. Platform 3 for the 1206 Great Western Railway service to Oxford.
So this is where my tube knowledge falls apart slightly. So I know that they have district line trains here at Ealing Broadway. Is that the, what's that then over that side? Is that the Piccadilly line then? You kind of see how much detail's gone now into the station as well. Yep, I mean, it's all there anyway, isn't it? Oh, sorry to hear that, Andrew. Yeah, your grand's funeral on Monday, 94. Oh, that's sorry to hear that. I'll hope at least the trains is a bit of a relief. It's only a shortish journey out to Paddington. So even driving the 165 and the 166 suddenly feels a lot more interesting, because I've never actually driven one on the stream, I don't think, ever, because it's always a little bit of a boring train to drive. But again, with better sounds and a better quality feel to it, it's pretty good. Ah, right, excellent, Andrew. Yeah, that's nice to see. I'm hoping, actually, partly the reason why I said I'll cut it off at 8 is that I'm going to I'm on a diesel gala tomorrow. I'm off to the East Lancs Railway, so I don't think the weather's going to be absolutely wonderful, but I thought it'd be a nice chance to get out of the house and get about on the trains. Yeah, sorry to hear your bad news on that, Andrew, but I mean, funerals aren't the nicest, but it's also a, you know, a nice time to kind of celebrate a life as well. I'm convinced I'm going to overshoot one of these platforms massively, because
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
I really don't know the stations on these stopping services very well at all. Yeah, there's not that many trains where you can actually change the destinations on, are they? They're mainly defaulted, but this one might do, mightn't it? Because it's one of the older ones that was produced. I know when they brought out the 377, you could change the destinations on.
This is Acton Mainline. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. The next station is London Paddington.
All right, you get again on the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. Yes. I've been on the East Lancs loads of times, but it's just quite handy for me, really. Yeah, weather hasn't been great. I mean, in all honesty, it's not the nicest weather in. I don't think it's going to be, so I'm going to have to bear with a bit of rain, I think. Well, you're going to say Hornby, aren't you, Hornby man? Oh, wait a minute. We've got the military pack going through there. Didn't spot that. That's good to see as well. I haven't seen that in ages. Hoping to meet Piglet at North Yorkshire Moors Railway. He was on holiday. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, I've got a lot of nostalgia for Hornby, but I do remember being really excited when I had a DMU that was Lima as well, because it felt as though for ages as though Hornby was steering away from DMUs, and it was kind of missing on my layout. I'd got loads of locos, but no DMUs. Sorry, I missed your comment earlier up, Rachel, haven't you? You drove those on the Oxford-Bristol trains. Why we had to do as Paddington drivers instead of Oxford drivers beats me. Yeah. Yes, I believe it is, Rachel. It should be anyway. Having said that, I forgot now. Did that come out since Train Sim World 6? In which case, have I got the mod installed? I'm not totally sure. Who doesn't, Andrew? Who doesn't like shortbread? All right, you prefer Lima, Hornby man. There's an irony for you. Slightly weird sound zipping through on the 350. So there must be a mod missing there, and I don't know whether perhaps the sound mod pack on that doesn't work. That Doppler effect was awful. Yeah. You do feel a bit of history though, don't you, driving into London Paddington? It's you feel as though you came really back in time, and you know, ignore the overhead gantries, but this was Brunel's great railway that he built, you know, over 150 years ago. I think out of the 47 or the 37, I'd prefer... Well, I would probably say the 37, but I know what Rachel would say on that. She would definitely say the 47. I mean, even when this first came out, it felt pretty busy as it was. And we'd only got the HSTs, we'd only got the 166s and the Class 66s, but now with this variety, it is absolutely incredible. Yeah, I thought you might say that, Rachel. You weren't a great fan of driving them either in real life, were you? The 37s. I'm kind of annoyed with myself that I was kind of around back in the day when you could actually get 37s in Scotland, but I'd never had the privilege. Yeah, well, maybe it could happen one day, Andrew. You can do all those driver training things. I always forget, but at Paddington there's a platform that's on here that doesn't exist in real life now, and it's been taken out some time ago, and I wonder if they've removed that or whether it's still in the game. I would imagine it's probably still there, but I'm not totally sure. See, that's the difference. I mean, much as we look around at trains and, you know, you look at it aesthetically, when you're a driver, it's your office, isn't it? And it's the comfort factor. Made from haggis, Rachel. Well, pop my brakes on a bit too short there. That's interesting, climbing over to this platform in the way that we did there. I wasn't kind of expecting that. That took me by surprise somewhat. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether you're old enough to remember the advert, Hornby man. And they said something along the lines of in the advert, when have you ever seen a driver being done for speeding? And they show this 37, this train going along at speed, and then you see a 37 wandering by, flashing its
service, please join the train now.
its sirens.
Platform 12 for the 12:50 Great Western Railway service to Greenford, which is ready to leave. 24-hour CCTV recording is in operation at this station for the purpose of security and safety management. The train on platform 10 is the 12:50.
Oh, excellent, Seb. Okay, well, I'll do the same thing again. And again, it's just to make sure, because I think sometimes, particularly when you're streaming, if I keep the game going and I don't keep closing it down and reopening it again, we'll probably kind of dump way before we get to the destination. Ah, right. Excellent. Yes, I can remember that as well. Because there used to be a time... I'm sure I've seen that at Manchester Piccadilly, because you had sometimes for a while the Virgin cross-country trains were 47 hulled all the way, even on the Piccadilly to Birmingham New Street section, weren't they? You like the horn of the Class 57? Right, okay, so again, just very, very quick advert break, then I'll load the game up, and then we'll do a HST run. Yeah, a 37 in police livery would be useless chasing a drug courier on a black e-scooter down a back alley. Yeah, I think you're probably right there. Right, why is the game not showing up? God. I can hear it. There we go. Yes, I've got a video somewhere, cab view ride on I think it was the last 47 to operate the Pines Express, and okay, that was a Virgin liveried 47, and they had a plaque headboard put on the front of the train for its final working, and the video is Piccadilly to Birmingham New Street, and then they kind of do a very quick couple of minutes section at the end showing the highlights of the rest of the run down to Bournemouth. All right, that's weird. I only pressed it once. But it's just a kind of a natural time, just whilst we're loading the game up. Hopefully, it's the idea being that then you don't get the adverts whilst we're driving. That's the general principle. Let's do a HST. So we've got to do it in first. Great Western this time, haven't we? Let's do an 8-car one. We'll do Paddington to Reading, I think. That's interesting. You got one there, 41 minutes. So let's just see. Can we find one where we might have to stop at Slough? It's funny. The slower the other way, aren't they? Doesn't matter anyway. We'll do that one. We'll do a Swansea service. What's it? Rachel dump another subscription app then. Taxman hammers my railway pension. Right, okay. Right, so let us get this train set up. We'll have a look on the outside in a second. In. I mean, it almost seems impossible to spawn in at Paddington and there's not something going on every second, which is incredible in its own right. Yeah, it's a magnificent train, isn't it? The HSD. So we are due off at 10:45. Just so busy. And it seems as though it's one of the smoothest routes I've ever run as well. And it's one of the oldest. We have 43040 at the front. And we'll have a look on the rear in a second. Yeah, you really can't have adverts when you're you play music, can you? That's for sure. It's a bit weird about the HST is you never seem to get any passengers on it. It was kind of a bit of a fault of it right from when it first came out. I think it's better on the middle and main line one. And of course you're very quickly up in terms of speed as well, kind of heading up to 40 mile an hour virtually from the off. Yeah, that's great. That's great, Azza. Yeah, fantastic. So where are we doing now for time? So we're 1903. So we'll have time to take this to Reading. We'll perhaps do one of the Heathrow Express services out to from Hayes and Harlington into Paddington after that. Ah, right, okay, Lee. Yeah, I mean, I got it. I don't think it came out automatically if you've got the East Coast Main Line. Even see the train there in the corner for Westbourne Park is looks pretty good. To see the station properly modelled. Yeah, cheers, Orby. Yeah, thanks for joining us. If you get a chance, have a look out for us on Sunday with the live stream at 5 o'clock. But thank you very much for your company and your comments. Really appreciated. So I think I should be riding on a warship tomorrow. And I think we've got a 40 and a 50, a 47, a couple of DMUs as well. And of course, Old Oak Common coming up, and of course that's a thing of the past now. I mean, it's such a legendary name in terms of the Great Western Main Line, but not anymore. It's all been completely cleared, hasn't it? We'll ignore those funny sounds. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, I believe so. Wow, look at that though. There we had one racing passes in the other direction. And of course, I mean, we will get the better of the 166 eventually, but of course it's not the fastest accelerating thing in the world, the HSD. So at the moment it's winning the race quite comfortably. We're going to get the better of it anytime soon. We'll get there. Here we go. We're going to overtake it. And I think it's a race that we're going to win easily in the end. I didn't realise it was Friday the 13th. Yeah, they would never win any race in terms of being the fastest accelerators in the world, particularly if you compared it with the 802. It's chalk and cheese, isn't it? Yeah, I'm hoping so, Rachel. Yeah, looking forward to it. As I say, don't get me wrong, I'd much prefer to go on a heritage railway in the summer, and I mean, the East Lancs has been a bit of a favourite of mine over the last few years, but I just thought, well, it's February, not really been anywhere since Christmas, so it'd be nice to go out and about and have a day out on the trains. But I must admit, I'm enjoying this a lot more than, I don't know, perhaps I was just a bit grumpy when I was watching Matt Pendleton's stream in the week, but I kind of felt as though watching it I wasn't greatly enthused, but now I've got my hands on it and driving it and seen this much improved lighting, and everywhere just feels just that bit brighter, and the timetable's immense, then it's utterly magnificent. The original Valentas HSTs were much faster, but caused ice caps to melt and kill polar bears. Yeah, they were so distinctive, weren't they, the sound of the Valenta Paxman engines. They used to catch fire quite a bit as well, I think, in the summer, didn't they? I seem to remember 1 or 2 hot summers where it was a bit of an issue. Just going to feel when we get to Reading that, again, it's just a pity sort of thing. We'd like to just get it out a bit more and drive a bit farther. Oh, good evening, Bob. Hope you're well too. All right, bit of stuttering, wonky AWS ramp on platform 14 at Reading. Oh, that was a Class 08 there, wasn't it? The shunter. I like that. The Valentas were absolute screamers, a bit like some of my exes. Well, there you go. There's a story to be told. Yeah, I don't remember TVs being on them, to be honest. Right, so that's 75 that we don't need to worry about, because that's not on the main line. Yeah, everyone, a chance to buy a train. Which loco would you like to buy? And Rachel, 47, 87, 86. Yeah, that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? But if you got the sort of money to go with it, the likes of Pete Waterman, then that's what he's been able to do. Crikey, Andrew, that's a story to tell. I mean, I'm quite impressed by somebody at work was showing me a picture of somebody with a Class 37 cab, I think it was, in a garden somewhere, and again, a nice thing to have, and probably didn't quite cost the king's ransom to buy that, maybe. Oh, it's got to be Deltic, surely, Pete. Got to be a close run thing though between those two. So we passed Airport Junction now, and we're on our way to Reading. Yeah, tell us the story, Andrew. What was that all about? Zipping through. And it's a bit of a funny period that they've chosen for the timetable. It's in this kind of transitionary period. So you've got posts in some places, you've got wires connected up in some places, but it's literally as I think the cab view video was at the time when the original route was built, and it's a good few years ago now. I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head when Great Western Express first came out, because it's a good few years ago now. The fishbowl, yeah, that's a damn good shout. Yeah, I like that, because you do have that all around view, and the only other train I can think of that's a bit like that is the 442, the old Wessex units. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And, you know, I mean, we're going to, if we do the 350 next, you kind of have the opposite thing where you've got that narrow view with the gangway blocking the view down the middle. Yeah, well, that's true of me, really, Pete, to be fair. I only just about remember seen the Deltics in service. I've never actually been behind one, and I've only been behind a Western on again on a heritage railway, not in active service. So yeah, you would have a much more rounded view of that. This is Slough. Plastic pigs, yes, I've heard that expression, yeah. Yes. And they were kind of almost like Mark III EMUs, weren't they? Because the carriages themselves were basically just Mark IIIs, essentially, weren't they? And, you know, for a long distance, if you're doing the whole journey from Waterloo to Weymouth, then it's quite a journey in its own right. So we'll probably do a couple of runs on, I guess, on this route on Sunday, but we'll have Rachel's mystery run for our third run, and I don't know what we'll end it with yet, but I'll have to give that some thought tomorrow. But it really has given great added value to this route, and I mean it was pretty good as it was before, but I mean this is amazing, isn't it? With so much traffic, it's so busy. The Reliant Robin, wow, there we go, we're into virtually into Delboy, aren't we, with three-wheel vehicles, although of course his was the van variant. Yeah, again, very old now, the Northern Transpennine and the Tees Valley as well. Yeah, I quite like those 442s. Yeah, there's strange old region, the southern, weren't they, with the MUs as well. They didn't really have, yeah, sort of, I know they kind of got class numbers under tops or whatever it was called, but, you know, you kind of had, you know, things like the 4 Sig and the 4 Sub and the 4 VEP and all that sort of stuff. All right, just heads up. 2P1, 2 Papa 18 Class 165 has a AI SPAD, sadly. Oh, okay. Robin Reliant. Yeah, that's a mistake I bet lots of people make, actually, isn't it? Of course, you've got to say Reliant Robin. Yeah, I think you're right, aren't you? Yeah, it certainly isn't a Reliant Robin, the three-wheel van. Oh yes, of course, your mystery run. I mean, dare I ask the question? I don't know whether you'll tell me. It's totally up to you whether you answer this or not. But is it passenger or is it freight? There you go. That's telling you, Pete. Pete Edwards. I'm not an amateur with them. I know that Reliant is the manufacturer. Very good. I like it. Well, that's right. Focus Ford, yeah, of course, or the very famous Astra Vauxhall. Oh, I love it. But I mean, just looking at the foliage here, it's just worlds apart, isn't it? Because some of the foliage looked a bit kind of not like it had been finished on the original route. And I know it's taken a year and a half or more. I mean, we all thought when it was announced before TSW6 came out, we thought, well, it's imminent, surely. It's going to be here within a few weeks. I certainly thought so, and I'm sure I said it a few times in the stream, and then it got delayed and delayed and delayed, and at some point I think many people started to think this isn't going to happen, it's not going to come out. Neither. It's a train you always wanted to haul, Mr. P. Oh, okay. Ah, interesting. Very interesting. Yoda for that. A Yoda superb. Fantastic. I shall await with interest. But all I can say is it's been well and truly worth the wait, and it's been a pleasure. I'm glad it's out, and I'm glad it's available for everybody. And hopefully the East Coastway remaster isn't going to be too far off, and I'm only basing that thought on the fact that the Munich Ashen one, which has only just been announced, I think they're doing a preview for it next week, so hopefully the East Coastway remaster won't be too far behind. And I know you'll have to pay extra for the pack with the new 377 and the 171 is it that's coming out with it, but you don't need that to get the East Coastway remaster. Interesting, Rachel. Yeah. Oh, you keep us intrigued on that. Will be Loco Holborough. I'm not saying which Loco. That's great. We will find out on Sunday afternoon. Yeah, it's incredible that we got the branding mod done the same day as it came out. cargo military scenario for Great Western Express Remaster. Oh, excellent, Bob. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I think it's pretty certain that this is going to keep people occupied. I mean, you could spend the whole weekend playing this, couldn't you? There's that much on it. I think it's going to be third on. I think that'll be the plan. It's kind of got the slot, I think, for I think it'll be third on, so we'll do a couple of runs before that.
We are now approaching Reading.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Ah, excellent piece. Yes, yes, indeed. This is the trouble, isn't it? All these things keep on going up and up and up and up. Ah, now we have a cross-country service waiting. There are a couple of cross-country trains you can drive at Reading, but I think essentially it's like a 4 or 5 minute thing. Oh, excellent. Yeah, no, that'll be perfect, Rachel. Yeah. And I'll try and do what I've done the last couple of weeks and get it all posted up really early on the Sunday morning, and then that'll help a bit. All right, 6 Mike 45. Interesting that they've actually... did they have W.H. Smith branding when it first came out? I'm sure they did, didn't they? It's funny that that must have been one thing they did a little bit of a deal to have W.H. Smith in the game. Yeah, you've got some shortish sort of, yeah, empty carriage stock workings, which, I don't know, I mean, I don't really drive them, but it's adds to a little bit of fun, I suppose. Right, okay, Manchester Piccadilly to Reading, of course, that is one of the dedicated services that nowadays they seem to be pretty much either Bournemouth or Reading, I think. Or is it Bristol Temple Meads at Reading? They haven't got the same variety of destinations that you used to have. And I think over on the southwestern platforms, I think if you're lucky you might see a 158, but of course there's nothing that they've got on there where they could bring in EMUs. So I think the service out to Waterloo heads out on the right there, doesn't it? No, very truly, yeah. I think they literally are just basically now W.H. Smith, just a railway only brand. You might see them at airports. Yeah, that's perfect, actually, Rachel. Yeah, that's great. I get the idea of doing that. That's, if you know, you kind of need the time on the Sunday to do them, but it's a good way of doing it. There you go. Well, it's good the fact that we could do it. We'd be even better if we could do the full Heathrow Airport bit. That would be quite nice to have as well. Okay, one last advert, and then I'll load the game up for the last time. Then we'll do a Heathrow Connect service. So I guess kind of direction of travel, as we just take the service into Reading, we'll take it Hayes and Harlington into Paddington. I think Scooby was asking earlier on the stream about whether you could actually spawn in a 387, and I'm sure it's perfectly possible to do. Oh, excellent. They do seem to have sorted out with stuff like that a little bit. I mean, it's good now, the fact that you can kind of say you don't want substitutions for the liveries coming in, so you don't kind of do a southeastern high speed run and find you getting northern Transpennine and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, last one, Rachel. I promise. All right, Chiltern Railway service to West Ruislip. Yeah, well, the thing is, and I did this on a video absolutely ages ago, but you can actually carry on, and you can take it up the flyover, even if you do it in free roam mode, and you can actually go over and get towards the tunnels pretty much. Yeah, it's interesting that it's busier than Diesel Legends as well. There is I was saying in the post when I put it up, but there is a mod, I don't know whether it still works, where you can actually get rid of the OHLE entirely. And somebody actually managed to do a mod that did that. And again, you just get rid of the mod and you'd get the OHLE back. But I don't know whether it still works, because it was for an old version of it now. Right, okay, so we'll do, shall we do, okay, make sure we're in the daylight, doesn't really matter, 22 minutes, 12:32. So of course this is Heathrow Connect, so we're not non-stop, are we? That's just the Heathrow Express, isn't it? So is this like more of a stopping service? Of course, nowadays you can get either the Heathrow Express or the Elizabeth line, can't you? And I think the Elizabeth line ones are all stations. Might be, Rachel. Yeah, it might be. I'm not sure. Right, okay. I mean, there'll be all sorts of people moaning about the fact that this is a 350 rather than a 360, but it kind of looks the part. Oh, I'd love the 73, yeah. That is kind of a unique little service as well. Half an hour for 73 with those Mark IIs. I hope not, Josh. Ew. That's not good. Right, we're going to have to start there again then, aren't we? That's a nuisance.